need to continue to share the basketball and be balanced offensively. Marist, hey, Gardner must deliver tonight, and they have to limit turnovers against Iona's pressure defense tonight, Dean.
And we are underway. The officials for this one are Matt Potter, Brent Hampton, Tony Chiesa. And we are underway for the Foxes as they come off a tough loss last Friday night against the Fairfield Stags. Red Foxes there starting with Brickner, Harris, Cooley, Gardner, and Ingo. 10th straight time they've started together. Gardner with it. Brickner trying to stay patient. Out there on the hedge is Shima. Off balance, Jay missed there by Brickner. And the Iona Gales come in, Steve, with a revamped lineup tonight.
Yeah, they do. Walter Clayton Jr. Did not start tonight. He had a leg injury. He's their leading scorer. That is a big loss. Slazinski is also out tonight. High ankle sprain, so they are diminished somewhat, but this is still a very, very talented basketball team.
And off the bench, Michael Jefferson also will not play tonight. It's Brickner for three. He has missed his last 10 of late. Loose ball picked up there by Danis Jenkins. That's the guy for Marist to obviously center on tonight, besides Junior Joseph, because Jenkins the real deal.
Yeah, Jenkins has really been superb, really all season long. Just a great scorer as Nelly Junior Joseph pulls up from about 12 feet, knocks it down for the Gales.
MAC Rookie of the Year a couple years ago, first team All-Conference last year, unanimous pick in the preseason this year for the first team. So it's Brickner along with Ingo and Gardner, Harris, and Cooley. Red Foxes 4-8 overall, 0-3 in the league. Taking on one of the top dogs in Iona. Late dump down by Gardner. The finish by Ingo.
That's just a great job. Interior passing there. Gardner to Ingo with a big-time flush inside.
Ingo has been on a tear of late, not just scoring, but rebounding. 3 straight games, double figures in boards. That is Jenkins, a transfer from Odessa Junior College down in Texas. Played a couple years in Pacific. Junior Joseph will get an and one.
When he catches it that deep on the low block, you just cannot stop Junior Joseph. He is so talented. Ambidextrous, really. He can score the basketball with either hand. He's at the line for the possible conventional three-point play for the Gales.
So Ingo gets the foul. They need to keep Ingo on the floor tonight for his rebounding ability. Swatted at by Ingo, saved by Cooley.
Yeah, it's critical that Ingo stays out of foul trouble tonight. He's been, you just mentioned it, Dean, just terrific on the offensive glass as of late. And he's a great shot blocker as well, one of the best in the conference.
And Stevie's been scoring a little bit lately. He had 8 the other night against Fairfield. Sloppy pass, knocked out there by Shima. Shot clock at 10. 4-2 early Gale lead. They come in 10-4 overall, 3-0 in the MAC. As we start tonight, they're tied for first with Siena. We'll review the MAC standings and 4 other games going on at halftime. Brickner looking for an option, throws it long there for Gardner, who got shoved out of bounds, lost his balance. Foxes turned it over.
Just, you know, those are the kind of turnovers. You know, you don't get a shot at the basket. Not good. You're just an out-of-bounds play. You need to minimally get the ball in bounds.
Iona, number 1 in the league in field goal percent, 46.6%. This is Jenkins pull up inside the free throw line.
That's his game. We talked about mid-range in our open, Dean. They have several players that are just great at that distance.
Rick Pitino gets a lot out of this Jenkins kid, the junior from Dallas, as he was named MAC Player of the Week back on December the 5th. Brickner for the kick out. Cooley looking for 3.
Big time 3-ball there by Cooley. He called for it. Javon set his feet, buried it from beyond the arc.
Steve, the other night in the loss of Fairfield, 1 of 13 the team was on threes, and it was Cooley that made the one.
Yeah, they have to improve in that area. It's a big part of their offense.
Jenkins, quick pop and a hitter on a 3.
Tell you what, he is just ultra talented offensively. Jenkins, you talk about stopping on a dime, rose up. He may have gotten clipped on the elbow on that 3-ball.
And he might come in with his thought process being, if Clayton Jr. is out this game, pick up more of the scoring slot.
Yes, he will, and he's fully capable. Again, he's just very, very talented on that end.
Harris trying to get by Weiss. Here's a switch out. to Osborne Shima. Now they go down low for Gardner. A face-up on Joseph. He'll pop and hit.
Nice job there by Gardner. He's got the whole game. He can knock it down from beyond the arc. He's got a good mid-range game and post-game as well.
Decent scoring, 9-7 here, 4 minutes into the ball game. Junior Joseph with it. Will hand to Jenkins. They're trying to double on him. That's a big assignment for Brickner. It's Shima going long distance.
And when Shima hits threes, this team is really almost unguardable. And he has taken more threes this year. That one looked pure.
He is now shooting 33% on the year, 6 of 18, a 7-footer from Iona. Now on the right side, Brickner. Fox is down by 5. Nice spin over Jenkins.
Really a nice job there by Brickner with that fadeaway from about 12 feet.
Both teams are knocking down their shots. 5 for 6, the Gales. Marist 4 for 6. Jenkins. Shima again, this time inside the ring for 2.
Boy, Shima's feeling it early. Knocked that one down from about 16 feet after just hitting a 3-ball.
Starting his 10th game of the year. Since he came into the program, he was at 175 when he checked in a few years back. Steve, he's now up to 215. Brickner trying to use the bulk of his body. Tipped, wouldn't go for Ingo. The clear by Junior Joseph. Jenkins hesitates to dribble. And now Parker Weiss. Shot missed there by John Luis. Harris with it. Harris shooting much better at home this year in the three-point district at 36%. Gardner, beautiful skip to the hoop.
That's a great take off the bounce there by Patrick Gardner. Just showing his repertoire. For 6'11", he can go around people, Dean.
Steve, he's a perfect 2 for 2 and 4 points. We go back and forth, 14-11 Gales. There goes Jenkins. I don't know if Brickner got a piece of that or whatever.
Yeah, he did. That was a good block. Jenkins wanted a goaltending call.
Brickner to the iron, kick out. Gardner got it in his grasp for 3, missed it.
It was a good look in transition. He had his feet set just a little bit wide left there by Gardner.
Not a lot of whistles, Steve. We play on.
Yes, there hasn't been. It's been a really nice flow to this game.
Parker Weiss, 50th career game, first career start tonight for the injured Clayton Jr. Kick out, Shima, another 3.
Shima is getting it done for the Gales. The 7-footer with his second 3-ball.
And 8 points already. His career high is 14.
Yeah, that's he has just come out. Hey, when you don't have your leading scorer on the floor, other players need to step up.
Shima working on Brickner, or I should say on Gardner. Nice skip inside. And 1.
I tell you what, Patrick Gardner is ready to play tonight. When we return, he'll be on the line for a conventional 3-point play, Dean.
That was a beautiful drop step inside as he got Shima on his hip and then stepped inside of him. As a head coach where he spent 12 years at St. Peter's and now 5 years here at Poughkeepsie. Steve, you and I were talking while we were in commercial break. What a flow to start this game.
Yeah, it's been a great flow offensively. Both teams really have been in rhythm and doing a nice job as Gardner misses the free throw, but the Foxes get it off the rebound.
Brickner scooping now for Cooley, draws the double, needs help. He'll get it underneath, the block by Junior Joseph on Daughtry.
That's a great block there by Junior Joseph.
Cruz Davis, first time in the lineup. He shoots a 3 as soon as he gets in the lineup, and the ball back to the Foxes.
Yeah, that's the freshman Cruz Davis. He's very, very talented, but you want to get into the flow a little bit. That was his first catch, if you will, and he shot that 3-ball. Just shot it too hard.
First time touching the pumpkin.
Right.
So it's Gardner. We'll set it for you. Cooley. Ferris came in on the last time out. And again, Cooley got his shot altered.
Yeah, that was altered. Junior Joseph may have gotten a piece of it.
Quick release by Jenkins, and he is on money tonight.
He really is. And once again, you just have to be in their sternum when they catch it. Marist is giving them too much space. Make them go off the bounce.
Jenkins already with a quick 3 of 5 from the field. Brickner leaving it for Gardner. He got Joseph to go by him. Brickner again short. He was shooting the threes pretty well early in the year, but he has cooled off since he's missed his last 11. John Luis, dogged on D by Cooley. Here's Jenkins. Brickner gets screened off. Beautiful entry to Junior Joseph.
That's just a great high-low entry. A bounce pass there by Jenkins. And once again, when Junior Joseph catches it that deep in the post, he's going to put it away every time.
And Jenkins already with 4 assists. Another shot blocked by the Gales. A run out by Jenkins. A beautiful pass inside the finish by Junior Joseph. Keither Florence had come off the bench and whipped a pass inside, and John Dunn calls for a timeout. Can start out the new year. Iona ended with a 10-2 run, and Marist had led with 2:24 left.
Yeah, Marist was right in both of those games. They just faltered late as Iona, a little bit of pressure here after their last basket, but Marist does a good job breaking it.
I was at practice yesterday, and they were really working against the pressure of Iona, who just showed it there off the inbound. So the Gales lead it by 11. Offensive end for the Foxes. Daughtry looking for Ferris. He draws the double team out front. Gardner off the first pump fake. Missed on the second. Gales the offensive end. There's Jenkins. He's so quick. Pulls up on a dime. Salton had it. He'll dive for it, and he'll outlet it to Gardner.
That's really good hustle there by the freshman, Salton.
Barrick John Louise is guarding Brickner. John Louise led the MAC in steals 2 years ago. Gardner almost lost it. 13 on the shot clock. Daughtry sends up a prayer.
Good looking 3-ball there by Jaden Daughtry. Smooth there by the lefty with the 3-ball.
On the year, he's now 8 of 20. Not bad. 40%. They'll take it. Jenkins firing away. He was hot early. And it will be Marist ball as Keither Florence could not hold on.
Daughtry once again is right in the fray. He really has a nose for the basketball. I love his motor. He always plays hard on both ends.
We've had 2 foul calls here in the first almost 10 minutes of action. Kind of flow you'd love the broadcast and love to watch at home. Brickner, kick, Salton. Played by Shima. Shot clock dwindling at 6. Can Ferris get a shot off? Good move. But again, he felt the presence of that tall lineup. Jenkins on the run out to pull inside 13.
Again, he's just so talented. What a great play there by Jenkins in transition, knocking it down from about 12 feet.
So Jenkins double digits already with 10 points. He's got the second best scoring output of the year. He had 31 against Niagara.
He's just, you know, he can score on all 3 levels. He's just great with the basketball in his hands.
Gardner fell down, maintained the dribble. Again, they're going to work the shot clock under 5. Brickner's going to have to shoot. And he'll force. Foxes save it. Daughtry got caught in the air. Ferris actually could have pulled the trigger on that, but wisely pulls it out now. Foxes down by 10. Go into this game a 12.5-point underdog. Gardner was hot early. Beautiful cut. Salton the finish.
That's a really nice entry there, high-low. Gardner to Salton, who got it to go down inside.
When you look at Gardner over his last 5 games, he now has 16 assists and 8 turnovers for a big man.
Oh, he's done a nice job passing the basketball. A lot of teams double him. They try to take the basketball out of his hands, but he is very, very adept with his passing skills.
Here's Junior Joseph looking to get some redemption. Outlet it. And Brickner came across and knocked him down. So the second foul on the Foxes as Brickner that time impeded Barrick John Luis. So the Foxes now go with Harris back in the lineup with Salton, Ingo, St. Percy out there, and Ferris. So Ferris and Harris out there. And Steve, that is a part of Marist's game that has to improve. Between those two, they shoot a collective 29% on threes.
Yeah, as the season moves forward in the MAC, they have to improve from distance.
Here's Jenkins again. Big rebound, Junior Joseph. And a host of Marist players were on top of him.
I mean, it's tough to block him out, but when the ball's in the air, you have to lay a body on Junior Joseph. He is just a great rebounder. We're going to take another look at it here. See Jenkins deep in the corner with the miss, and you just have to get him out of the lane there. You see the foul on Ingo as Junior Joseph misses the first free throw.
We were talking to Brian Beyer, who is the media relations director down at Iona, and he said St. Peter's went into the game on Sunday, and it was almost like hack-a-shack type of thing. They wanted to just foul Junior Joseph, make him earn it at the free throw line as he goes 1 for 2 on the year. He shoots 67%. 27-18. Here's the full court pressure. Again from the Gales. Last year, 25-8, but they got upset in the quarterfinals by Ryder. Ended up playing in the NIT and eventually lost to Florida. And Salton having problems, and he turned the ball over on a palm.
Yeah, you have to be able to take the basketball up the floor. Salton, with the pressure, he palmed it, turned the basketball over.
The Gales have won 11 MAC regular season championships. They won 5 in the last 11 years, but as we talked at the top, they've won the MAC postseason tournament 5 out of the last 7 years. This is Davis. Shot an air ball his first attempt, and a foul down low. It's either going to be St. Fercy or Belton. It's on Belton on a hole. We get a timeout. 7:55 left here in the first half. Gales controlling tempo. They lead by 9 here in Poughkeepsie.
Because he did get his second personal foul. Now Belton needs to hold down the fort until they get Patrick Gardner back in the game, who's on the bench resting right now.
Antoine Bookshire has checked in for Iona. He comes in from Missouri. He's a Springfield, Missouri kid. Another transfer into the program. Here's Davis, and he forced it and scored.
Just a great play off the bounce there by Davis. Talked about him earlier. What a talented freshman Davis is.
He originally committed to Oregon State, then decommitted, decided to go to prep school down in West Virginia, and then Iona got their hooks into him. Here's Ferris, giving away a lot of inches right there, Junior Joseph. St. Fercy steered it home.
It's a really nice drive there by St. Fercy.
Down quickly is Davis in traffic. Wrapped down by Salton.
It's a nice rebound by Trey Salton in traffic for the Foxes.
There's Ferris, transfer from Robert Morris. You talk about St. Fercy the other night against Fairfield. 18 minutes of season high in that ball game. He had 2 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple steals. Saved by St. Fercy.
Good hustle there by St. Fercy.
Here's Harris. Brookshire on him, and just too much physical activity.
That was a nice take to the goal there by Noah Harris. Just too much contact to be Marist basketball out of bounds under.
So Davis gets the foul, his first. Only the second on the team. Gardner, haven't heard from him in a bit. Out of Merrick, New York. Pretty spin.
That's a great piece of footwork there by Patrick Gardner. Again, with that quick drop step in the mid-post, got it to go down.
He's got 8 points to lead the Foxes. 6.5 left. Opening half. Brookshire. Harris trying to stay with him. He'll pop it up. St. Fercy knocked it free. Salton's got it. He needs help from a teammate, and Harris is there. So the Foxes go Salton, St. Fercy, Ferris, Harris, and Gardner. That's an interesting 5 out there.
Yeah, I don't think this 5 has been on the floor prior to this time in the season.
Gardner playing physical basketball in this game. And Ferris opens up for the J. Brookshire on the run out. They are so quick to the forecourt.
Oh, they really are. To make or miss, they're so talented in transition.
Junior Joseph inside on a double team. He's tied up on the play. Jump ball. Iona will keep it. Great help defense on the block.
Yeah, excellent help defense. We're going to take a second look at it here on that double. on Junior Joseph. St. Versey, and then you see Cam Ferris coming over, and St. Versey's hand was right on top of the basketball. Alternating possession, Iona basketball out of bounds under.
So St. Versey, the senior, the only guy who's been with John Dunn 4 years, giving him a little bit of lift off the bench.
He has. He's played well off the bench tonight.
Here's Cruz Davis, and he gives it up on a turnover.
Yeah, just a bit of a force there by the freshman Davis. Turned the basketball over.
And Steve, that is their first turnover. So we have played 14.5 minutes, and that's
amazing.
their first miscue.
They're so fundamentally sound. They're first in a lot of categories in the MAC statistically, but they're just so fundamentally sound as well.
They're actually number 33 in the nation, fewest turnovers per game at 11. Foxes down by 7. Ferris had just missed an earlier jumper, a little hesitation, and somehow he got the shot on the rim against Junior Joseph.
It's a great take by Ferris. You just have to finish.
Here's Jenkins doing whatever he wants to do.
Just a wonderful play in transition here by Jenkins. Again, so talented in transition. Marist has to stop the basketball.
Steve, you used to play in the Western Coast Conference. You're familiar with that. You were out there as an assistant coach at St. Mary's.
Right, played at Pacific in that conference, and at Odessa as well, as Patrick Gardner does not get the 3 ball to go down.
We go the other way. Beautiful inside move by John Luis, but a no finish, and it's Harris bringing his team to the front court. So they put the freshman point guard down for a while, Brickner. So Harris takes control at that position. Cooley for the handoff to Harris. Shot clock at 12. Beautiful move, but he got snuffed. Again, John Luis doing some damage. Great ball movement, the extra pass. Now they set up in the low post. And Junior Josephs with the finish.
You just can't stop him down there when he receives the ball that low on the block. He's going to be automatic from that distance.
Steve, he has been named the MAC Player of the Week the last 4 weeks in succession.
Yeah, 4 weeks in a row. Again, he has just been dominant this season.
And he's having himself a ball game here. And the Foxes going down at the end line as we go to break. 11-point lead for the Gales with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the opening half. On frequent flyer miles over to London and then a few other places here on the East Coast.
Yeah, both teams have really logged some significant miles this season, no question about it.
So Florence on the foul, St. Versey at the free throw line, and it has not been kind to him in his career, where he is now 4 of 9 this year, 3 for 7 last year. Inwood, New York, his hometown. And the next one is good. So as Steve always said, the key is get it under 10 before you go to the break.
Yes, really important. The next 3 minutes and 20 seconds are very, very important for the Foxes.
Jenkins and Joseph show so far. Here's Florence. He'll dip it outside. Jenkins checks where he is on the court, hits a 3.
What a great, great job by Jenkins with that recognition. A little bit of a step back, set his feet, buries it from distance.
So this is the man, Danis Jenkins, taking the MAC by storm in his first year. Back cut, Gardner saves it, goes down on that knee, and he's fouled on the play. Now we talk about that knee. He injured the right knee in the first half against Fairfield a week ago tonight. They have given him treatment. They don't think it's all that serious. No structural damage. But what he was telling me yesterday is part of it's the hamstring coming down to the back of the knee that is sore. So they do daily treatment. Jeff Carter, Director of Sports Medicine here, administers that each and every day.
Yeah, he's looked good. I don't think he has much limitation at all with that knee.
Little jab step. Brickner back onto the court. He was out for an extended period. Now to Daughtry, and he lost the handle. St. Versey was trying to screen, and they got all tied up.
Yeah, they just couldn't get together there. Ended up dribbling the ball off his foot. Foxes with an untimely turnover with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Foxes with 3 turnovers, 1 on the Gales, and the Gales lead it by 13. Junior Joseph now for Davis. He loves to shoot.
He does. He is not bashful.
As Davis now 1 for 5 in the ball game. Harris tells Gardner, help me out. Shift it back. Gardner looking for his first 3 of the game, and he got it.
Good 3 ball there. Nice 2-man game there. Harris to Gardner, who buried it from distance.
Now, I was talking to him yesterday as we get a timeout from the Patino bench. And Steve, they were, as we spoke about, I said, do you like the dirty work inside or you like the shoot outside? He says the dirty work is more.
So impressive. First in scoring, first in field goal percentage. You know, they just shoot the rock so well. First in assists, they share the basketball. It's just a fine, fine basketball team.
And this tonight without their leading scorer at 16 points a game, Walter Clayton Jr.
Right.
Who was hurt in the shoot-around earlier today. Junior Joseph on Gardner, having all kinds of problems. Gardner did reject it. Look at Daughtry, claw and scratch.
Great job there by Patrick Gardner, going straight up and with that block.
Remember, no Ingo. He's been saddled with 2 fouls. He's been on the bench for an extended period. Gardner, who just hit the 3, given some room by Shima. Kick out to Brickner, sees a gap, goes to it.
Those are the shots that you have to make, going to the goal. Brickner was not able to knock it down. And Jenkins with the mid-range jumper. That's a 4-point swing with just under a minute to go in the first half.
Jenkins with 17. And he is a guy that will go 34 minutes a game. Comes in averaging 15.9 a game. He's already passed that here in the first half. Brickner goes over top of Shima. Knocked out of bounds by the Foxes, and Brickner continues to be cold. He's 1 of 9 from the field.
Yeah, 1 of 9 and really struggling, but you have to stay aggressive on the offensive end.
Davis down for Junior Joseph. Unanimous pick to end up on the first team in the MAC. That jumper off the mark, saved by Brickner. Under 40 seconds left opening half. Fox is down by a dozen. Brickner is played by Jenkins. Jenkins 6'4", so he matches the same height as Brickner. Brickner stopped there. Needs help. We're down to 9 on the shot clock. He'll kick to the corner. Daughtry steps in for a 2, an air ball. Final 12 seconds. Nice pass. Extra pass for Davis from the corner. He'll be saved by Brickner, and he'll shoot from 3/4 court. Glance to the left and off the mark. So the Foxes try to fight back. They get within 12 at the break, but the Gales do control 38-26.
To score, or he's going to get fouled.
Marist has to inbound the ball. Nobody was willing to take it out. Finally, Brickner comes over at midcourt. He'll be hawked by Shima, and we are ready to go here in the second 20. Brickner gives it into Cooley. Quiet game for Cooley as well.
Yeah. Javon was quiet in the first half. They need some production from him as well here in the second half.
Brickner will soft toss it to Ingo. Now for Harris, gets off a 3. Cooley had it, lost it.
Tough luck there for Noah Harris. That was halfway down and popped out.
Harris coming off a donut game against Fairfield. He was 0-6 on 3-point tries. And he's 0 for 2 tonight overall, 0 for 3. Here's Jenkins. Again with the big numbers in the first half. 17 points and 4 boards. And again, he just pulls up on a dime. He's so smooth.
He's very, very smooth, and just he squares his shoulders so well. when he shoots the basketball. That's just perfect form, right in the shooting pocket with a nice follow through.
And again, he played 2 years at Pacific out on the West Coast as Brickner was going in, and it goes off his knee out of bounds. So Brickner just having a tough night. But back to the Jenkins story, the 2 years at Pacific, and he did very well out there, Steve. He was all Western Coast Conference, all rookie, and then honorable mention, all conference in his second year there. Didn't work out, went over to junior college, Odessa, which is known to have a good program, where he averaged 15 points, 5 assists, and almost 4 rebounds, and shot 40% on threes. So there's a discussion there between Rick Pitino and one of our umpires tonight, Brent Hampton. And I believe they want to take a look at a replay. And now they're going over to talk to John Dunn.
Just not sure what it would be about. Hopefully one of the officials will come over and let us know.
So we're being told in our headset it might be a technical foul, illegal substitution on Iona. And it will be Harris at the free throw line. So the Foxes, when they come out of the huddle, will have Harris at the free throw line. Look like Brent Hampton picked up the call. He's over explaining it now to the public address announcer, Gary Sussman. So exactly what we told you.
Yep, it's a substitution infraction. So one shot technical. They didn't report. They didn't come to the, go to the scores table and report. I know Rick Pitino is not happy about that technical being assessed.
So Harris has received the ball from the man in charge tonight, Matt Potter, and he scores his first point. 40-27. They're coming over now to tell Steve exactly, but we believe we have it. Nick Skidmore, who is working up in our control room, told us earlier, and that's exactly what happened.
Right.
So it is Iona basketball. With it, Jenkins. Shima out there joins him. John Luis, Junior Joseph, and Davis off the miss. They're so long as they grapple for the rebound. And another opportunity here for Iona. Jenkins pulls inside the circle and hits a 2, and then a foul after the ball went through the net. And I think they got Stefan Ingo.
Yep, they do have Ingo. We're going to take another look at it here. Jenkins just remains so hot, and you see the foul. Now Ingo is going to have to come out of the game now with his third personal foul early here in the second half at the 18:51 mark.
And again, he didn't get much time at all in the first half. Off the inbound, they get it to Davis, pushes up with the left hand.
Again, he's just so talented on the offensive end is Davis.
Cruz Davis from Plano, Texas, playing in his 14th game. Didn't start tonight, averages 15 minutes. Rick Pitino says he's instant offense. Just got to work on his defense, and he will, just being a freshman. Cooley now for Daughtry. Timer is at 12. Daughtry falls down. Saved there by Gardner. Gardner trying to get some space. They let him play on. There's 2, and Daughtry has to shoot, and it's blocked by Shima.
Just a great defensive sequence there by the Iona Gales, and I don't think the Foxes actually recognized that the shot clock was winding down. That shot by Daughtry deep in the corner, if it wasn't blocked, it would not have counted.
Nope.
The shot clock had gone off, so not a good possession there by Marist.
So Jenkins now for Cruz Davis. Put together 6'3", 175. Tipped in the post, but saved by Jenkins. He's got all kinds of moves.
No one can really contain Jenkins tonight. He is just having one of those nights. Everything that leaves his hand is going in the basket.
You know what Rick Pitino says about him? He's unguardable in the open court. Well, he's unguardable in the half court as well.
Yeah, he certainly has been tonight.
Kick to the corner for Daughtry. Followed by Cooley.
That's a nice job there by Cooley following him. Just like that, Iona in transition with Davis getting an easy one. Timeout Marist. That just illustrates how great this team is. If you are not conscious of them in transition, they make you pay, Dean.
John Dunn is talking to his team.
You make a good play, you've got to hustle back on defense after a great play by Cooley. But you've got to run back. You can't allow an easy lay-in after that play. That's why the timeout by John Dunn. Iona goes 2-3 zone.
And they move quickly in that 2-3, looking for traps on the sideline. See how the Foxes are affected with this zone defense. They haven't shot the rock well at all. Off the step back, it's Cooley. Daughtry kept it alive, but way up to get it there is Junior Joseph. Quickly, the Gales in the open court, and then a foul. It's on Brickner.
Yeah, they got Isaiah Brickner with a reach in there on Jenkins in transition. It'll be Iona basketball side out.
Second foul on Brickner. Again, only 8 fouls, equally divided in the first half called. Beautiful touch, and the score by Cruz.
Yeah, that's Cruz with his offhand there, with his right hand. He knocked that down from about 12 feet.
So the Foxes find themselves in a 21-point hole. Biggest lead in the first half was at 13 for Iona. Marist knocked a digit off that, trailed by a dozen after 20. Harris, played by Jenkins, pushes it for Daughtry. Jenkins on the defense with the snuff.
That's a great block and recovery by Jenkins.
Kiefer Florence for the result.
Again, in transition, this team is so good. If you don't get back and stop the basketball, they are going to score it.
What we've heard about some of Pitino's practices are unbelievable. Just what he demands from his teams. And a hold being called out front. And it's on Florence. That will get us to the media timeout. 15:53 remaining here in the second half. 54:07 into second half. There's John Dunn. His team comes in with a 4-game losing streak, and then quick turnaround on Sunday, Steve. They got Mount St. Mary's here at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, Mount St. Mary coming in. They're off tonight. Hey, Marist needs to string some baskets together here and get some stops. There's still plenty of time remaining. Over 15 minutes.
Brickner with it. Screen comes from St. Percy, down to 4 in the shot clock. He got Jenkins in the air and finished.
It's a nice job there by Brickner. Knocked it down just inside the free throw line from about 14 feet.
Brickner had only hit 1 field goal before that in 9 tries. We were talking about Danis Jenkins. He has played 22 minutes as we get a whistle and a hold on Brickner on Jenkins. He's played 22 minutes and he's got 23 points.
Oh, he has been special. He's got the whole game. Just a great offensive player. And I love him in transition. He is so quick with the basketball in transition.
Foul number 3 on Brickner. They go to Shima. He'll fade with a J.
Since going 2 for 2 from beyond the arc in the first half and a 2-ball, that's his first basket. But Shima has 10 points now for the Gales.
His career high 14 just on Sunday at St. Peter's. It's Gardner. He steered it a bit short off the bounce. Junior Joseph. He's out of Nigeria. The miss there go clear by Cooley. Rick Pitino has played a lot of players. Again, missing 3 players because of injury. But he has utilized his bench tonight. Brickner stripped, going up by Jenkins.
Another nice drive there by Brickner. Took a lot of contact. Going to shoot 2 for the Foxes.
So Isaiah Brickner had a storied career out in San Diego. He went to St. Augustine High School, averaged 18 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. Then he decided to get a year of prep under his belt, so he went to Sunrise Christian Academy out in Kansas. I was talking to him yesterday about it. He gives all the credit in the world to that academy and its coaching staff to make him a better player, to prepare him for the Division I wars.
And he's played very well. I love his size at 6'4". That was his 18th free throw in a row.
I'm glad you said it.
Man, that didn't even hit the rim. That was perfect. That was swish. No jinx. No broadcaster jinx. 19 in a row now for Brickner. Marist goes 1-3-1.
Steve Egging would say silky smooth. 54-33, all Gales. They tip it down low. Shima for the finish. He's got dozen.
Yeah, they threw it over the top of the 1-3-1. No one checked Shima, the 7-footer. Big time flush.
3 guys in double figures already for Iona. St. Fursey curling inside. He's tripped on the play. He's always had that explosion off the first dribble.
Oh, he has. That was a quick first step by Tyler St. Fursey. They have it on the floor. They said he was not in the act of shooting. It'll be Marist basketball out of bounds under.
Tyler actually went to the free throw line thinking he was going to get a pair. Brookshire on the foul, his first. They tip it in now for Belton. Brickner with help defense coming from Junior Joseph. This guy plays inside, he plays outside, and then you run into a 7-footer like Shima, help defense.
Yeah, you think you have a straight line drive and you've got rim protectors in the interior. Got a foul called. I think they have Shima inside, so Marist will retain possession.
So Shima comes in at 7 foot 215. They've added over 40 pounds to his body since he got to Iona. There you see. Belton was working hard, and that time coming around with the grasp there was the Osborne Shima.
Yeah, Shima's coming out. Jean-Louis is back in for the Gales.
Second foul on Shima. Brickner off the bounce to Cooley, couldn't hold on.
It's a good pass there. Unfortunately for Javon, he just couldn't corral that bounce pass, turned the basketball over.
Rick Pitino goes for his 200th career win as a head coach in the month of January. He's 199 and 77. That's a winning mark at 72%. Coming tonight with 817 career wins, 2 national championships. And we've got another whistle Ferris didn't get in time to get the charge.
Yeah, we're going to take a second look at it here. Again, really good ball movement. Jean-Louis, you see him. He's just so quick to the goal. And Ferris just did not get there soon enough to take that charge. Jean-Louis shoots 2 for Iona.
And this is only his 8th taken on the season. 3 for 7 before tonight. He's out of Lehigh Acres, Florida. I mentioned he led the MAC in steals 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Marist and Iona never got to play because of a COVID situation. That's where you would go to the opponent and play 2. They were supposed to come up here, but those games got canceled. And I don't even remember now who was affected at the time by the COVID situation. And then last year, 2 close games. Iona wins them by a collective number of 10. Here's Brickner in traffic. And it's picked up there once again by the Gales. Sadiku Ibeen Ayo just brought in that rebound. First time he's on the court, wearing number 2 for the Gales. Ferris, access to the basket, coming over. Big defense played between John Luis and also there by Ibeen Ayo. And John Luis for the finish.
Again, in transition, the Foxes just do not stop the basketball. And Jean Luis takes advantage, makes the easy one in transition. Timeout, Marist.
Through, and he's a big player development guy. I mean, it's basically a 12-month season when you think about it, when you're allowed by NCAA rule to work with your individual players. And then You would love to just go to one of his practices and just sit in there and just see what they go through.
Yeah, he's a great developer of talent. Look at Clayton. I mean, Clayton made the all-rookie team last year. I'm not saying he didn't have a good year, but he has stepped up big time this year. He's one of the top players in the conference.
First time on the floor as well, number 33, Silas Sunday, out of Ireland. St. Percy for three. That would have been his first to go this year. Clear there by John Luis. And then he pulls up for three. Ferris will bring down the carom. So they go to the bench, Steve, and they bring in another 7-footer in Silas Sunday.
Yes, I mean, they just can go so deep as the Foxes once again miss another three ball.
I just look over at John Dunn. He's got his arms folded. What are you going to do? You know, it's one of those games. You're down by 27. Iona continues to just add on. Here's Jenkins. Oh, he got too crafty that time. He'll probably get a word from Patino on that.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about maybe dunking it, and basketball slipped out of his hands.
Here's Gardner, quiet in the second half. Got the finish with an and one.
That's a nice take by Patrick Gardner. We've got a timeout on the floor, Dean. Gardner will attempt the conventional three-pointer. When we return, take a look at Gardner off the bounce. I mentioned it earlier in the game. You think you have a straight line drive, you beat your opponent off the bounce, and who do you have in the back line? You've got Shima, you've got Junior Joseph. Hey, Jean Louis, he's a great shot blocker too. He's a little obviously shorter, but you know, you have shot blockers that are rim protectors. Makes this team even more dangerous.
As we went to break, Sunday had fouled Gardner. He gets the conventional three-point play, 60-36. Now, the Gales. Gales last year went 17-3 in the MAC. That one off the mark, picked up off a bounce there by Gardner. But then, Steve, they got upset in the MAC playoffs in the quarterfinals by Ryder, and eventually, because they had won first place in the regular season, they got the automatic bid to the NIT, but then they lost a close game to Florida. But it's just a situation now where they're in a first place tie. It's really early in the year with Siena, but this is their first road game. They won their first three all at home. 4 on the shot clock. Salton to the rim, cupped it and scored.
That's a really nice play there by the freshman Salton. A little hesitation off the bounce, exploded to the goal, got it to go down.
With the ball out front, Junior Joseph. He's had a quiet but effective night. Brookshire. John Luis. Off the glass, and a putback by Junior Joseph.
Nice play there by Junior Joseph, just creating space for himself. There on the low block, got the offensive rebound, and easy putback.
Another double-double for him. And a slam by Gardner, and a point at the end.
That's a great play by Gardner. Off the bounce there, took it hard to the goal with the big-time flush. Here it is again on the replay. Junior Joseph went for the steal. Gardner made him pay for it. He's going back to the line for another possible conventional three-point play.
So Sadiku Ibin Ayo on the foul. He just got there a bit tardy. And that was just a little bit of frustration coming from Patrick Gardner as well. So Gardner, who just had a conventional three-point play, this one off the mark. And we are just about halfway through the second half. Again, I mentioned about the Gales. Their average MAC win so far is by 23, and right now they lead by 22.
Yeah, this has been another dominant performance by the Gales.
Shima lost the grip, trying to pick it up Daughtry, and he's taken down. In the NBA, they may have called that an automatic foul.
It's another good hustle play by Jaden Daughtry. Again, he's all over the floor. And Marist now will shoot 1-and-1. That's the 7th team foul on Iona.
Marist is 5 for 8 at the stripe. That's an area they've improved, Steve, over the last 5 games, shooting 74%.
Yes, much better.
They were down in the low 60s. They come in now just about 66%. And here is Daughtry. New York City kid. And he used window.
They all count. You know, he wasn't trying to bank that free throw in, but Daughtry got it to go down.
Back in your day, and you were a tremendous free throw shooter, did you ever bank one in?
No, I never did.
Come on.
No, honestly, I would have remembered that. I never banked one in.
Daughtry hits the second. That looked like Steve Egan got that one. 62-42. Foxes trying to get back. They're down by 20. Sheeman having all kinds of problems. Daughtry is draped on him. There's Jenkins inside the two-point ring. And coming down hard, there was Junior Joseph. He was entangled with Ferris underneath.
Looks like he's fine. He popped right back up. Here it is again on the replay. Jenkins finally misses a mid-range jumper, and you see the hip check there on Ferris. He's assessed the personal foul.
Nelly Junior Joseph. He played the NBA Africa Academy in Senegal for a couple years. He got elite training there. And he played in some showcases in then the G League in the NCAA Final Four. And he got to play in some international tournaments as well. And Rick Pitino picked him up out of Nigeria. And boy, this is a guy that has been unbelievable. 5 times before tonight, he had double-figure rebound games. So he's already got a double-double tonight. He's one of the top leaders in the country in double-doubles.
Oh, he's been terrific. You talk about player development. Junior Joseph has gotten better each and every year.
So he's got 6 double-doubles. And they're going to call the hook on Daughtry. That's his first. So, to say the least, this is an Iona team that is loaded, and we haven't even seen their full arsenal with the 3 players out.
Yeah, 3 players out, and like I said earlier, they just have not missed a beat.
An easy bucket there for Junior Joseph.
That's a really great play by Jenkins. It's unselfish basketball, making the extra pass. Jenkins had the shot, dished it down low to Junior Joseph, who put it away inside.
He's got 8 dimes in the ball game, leads the MAC in 5 assists. Junior Joseph on a rough up there on Salton. So we had very limited foul calls in the first half. Now the whistles are tooting a little bit more here in the second half.
Yeah, they're calling more fouls in the second half. First half was the fastest half of basketball. Yeah. They were in the locker room at like 7:43, as Salton knocks down the front end of the one-on-one.
You actually said to me you get your post-game meal in by, what, 9:10, I think you said?
Yeah, could happen.
Salton puts home the first. Little lecture there from the official between a couple of the players. Salton, Oregon kid, rimmed out on the second. Saved by Belton. Stripped for a minute there by Jenkins. Foxes keep it.
Good hustle there by Belton. It did go off of Iona. Be Marist basketball out of bounds under.
Daughtry, Belton, Harris out there with Salton, and anchored in the right corner is Ferris. Foxes here at home, 2 up and 4 down on the year, and still winless in the MAC at 0-3. Belton, Louisiana kid for Daughtry. Got to work his magic. Goes up with the right hand, and he caused Junior Joseph to come over.
A really good patient move there by Daughtry off the bounce. Here it is again between legs. Just a quick crossover. Goes behind the back, and with his offhand, gets it up to the rim. That was a nice move by Daughtry. He shoots 2 for the Foxes.
Well, he just banked one in earlier in his first attempt, and then a nice smooth one on the second one. And now he's a perfect 3 for 3 in the ball game. He's got 6 points. His career high is 7 here at home against Columbia over a month ago. He attended St. Francis Prep, first team All New York City Catholic League, All State, All Catholic, and it is Iona basketball. 20-point lead for the Gales, led by 12 at halftime. Jenkins, played by Ferris. Ferris has to give him room, but we've got Belton entangled with Junior Joseph and a foul on Belton.
Just too much contact there by Belton. He thought that Junior Joseph hooked him, but just too much contact there. I think that was the proper call there in the mid-post. Junior Joseph shoots 1-1 for Iona.
You know, you talk about Rick Pitino's storied career as his 35th year as a head coach in Division I. Steve, already this year, he has gone against guys that have coached with him or played for him. Santa Clara, Herb Senick. He was an assistant for him when he was at Providence with Billy Donovan and company. St. Louis, Travis Ford was his point guard when he was at Kentucky. And then he went up against his son, Richard Pitino, who was on Rick's staff twice at Louisville and who recently beat him down at the Pit in Albuquerque by 7.
Yeah, New Mexico finally lost a game. They were the only undefeated Division I team in the country, but Fresno State beat them by 4 just a few days ago.
I hear that place is crazy, Steve. You get 14,000 in there as Belton misses on a cupcake.
Yes, when I was an assistant at Oregon way back in the day, we played New Mexico in the NIT, and it is just a great arena as the Gales turn it over. Junior Joseph is called for a travel. Yeah, you walk down into it, and it's a crazy place to play. They really support the Lobos in New Mexico. They've got tremendous crowds there throughout the course of the season.
They actually won that game by 8, and that exact attendance figure, Steve, that game back on December the 18th, 14,534. You can imagine how loud it gets in the Pit. There's Brickner. Jenkins gives them a little bit of room. And Jenkins does it all.
He does. He's around the basketball. And offensively, fun to see him in person. I've watched Iona 6 or 7 times on TV this year, but in person, kid is big time.
Junior Joseph for the finish. Another dime comes from Jenkins.
Again, that's unselfish basketball. Just a great interior pass. Bounce pass to Junior Joseph, who finishes it inside.
Belton out there with Brickner and Harris, Salton, and Daughtry. Daughtry got it caught. Back out to Harris. And the deflection and the steal there by Barrick Jean-Louis. And the finish.
That's a nice tip in by the freshman, Cruz Davis. We've got a timeout on the floor, Dean.
70-44 with 6:42 left here in the LIU. So they've got it going ever since 1995.
Oh, no question about it. And Tim Cluse, he had some tremendous teams. Year after year after year at Iona. He was a great, great coach as well.
Just think of the names that have coached there. Jim Valvano, who went to NC State right out of Iona. Saved by Salton. Pat Kennedy. Jeff Rulin, who was an all-time star there. Played in the NBA. Fox is finally saved with the shot clock's under 10. Here's Brickner. And will they call the offensive foul? Nope. They're going to look at Jenkins. He didn't get there in time. It appears. I don't know. I'm not sure why he was looking down at Jenkins. But they're going the other way.
They're going the other way. Yeah,
it appeared to be an offensive foul.
It was,
And now Brickner is taken out. That's 4 fouls on him.
And Matt McCool makes his collegiate debut for the Foxes.
This is his first action in game number 13. Young man who's out of Amherst, New Hampshire. And another 3-pointer on the board for the Gales.
Yeah, that was Florence who set his feet, buried it from distance.
So McCool gets his first action here, the freshman. He was an early signing a year ago for the Foxes. Ferris with a step on Jenkins, got great recovery speed. McCool, shot clock at 8. Foxes have had many shots challenged tonight. Harris will raise and hit.
Nice 3-ball there. Finally, the Foxes get one to go down from beyond the arc.
Now 4 of 16 on the 3-point look. So Steve, we were talking about those coaches. Another guy is Kevin Willard, who's now the head coach at Maryland. And when rimming out. Saved by Harris. Tim Welch was another great head coach for the Gales. Harris will go back-to-back looking for threes. Florence, oh, he was looking for another three off the body that time by Jenkins. And the ball back to the Foxes. So, having himself a game as Barrick. John Luis, he's taken out now. He had missed 3 games.
Yes.
He had hit knees with another player and put him down for a while. And he was just anxious to get out there and play tonight.
Oh, he's very good defensively and a high flyer, especially in transition, is John Louis. As Marist had a good look, Cam Ferris had a good look from beyond the arc, just could not get it to go down.
So Harris is taken out. So it's Ingo now with McCool and Salton, Harris and Ferris. And if you're John Dunn now, Steve, with what, 4.5 left, you got to be thinking about Sunday and resting some of your starters.
Yeah, I think that's why Patrick Gardner's on the bench. You know, Patrick, I think he's probably about 85%, with that knee. He had 16 points tonight, the only Red Fox in double figures tonight.
You look at Gardner's number, 7 of 11 from the field. There's McCool, stopped for Salton. He'll back away, shoot a J and hit.
That good looking mid-range jumper there by the freshman Salton. Knocked it down from about 16 feet.
And he's got a total of 7 in the ball game. Ties his career high. Iona from here will go to Quinnipiac and play over in Hamden, Connecticut with an and one coming Cruz Davis's way.
Really like Cruz Davis. He's a talented freshman. He'll go for the conventional three-point play when we return. Dean, timeout on the floor.
The Gales, 75, and a career-high 10 assists in this ballgame.
Yeah, just a complete effort by Jenkins. He knew that obviously Clayton Jr. Was not in the game, so he was going to get more shots tonight, and he really delivered for Iona. He was special as Davis misses the free throw for Iona.
So we're down to the final 3 minutes and 37 seconds of this one. Ingo plagued by fouls throughout the game. Harris got another triple to go.
Yeah, it's a good looking 3-ball there by Noah Harris for the Foxes.
So the Foxes drain a couple triples here in the second half, and now 75-52. Brookshire played by Harris. The runner, and it's good by Davis.
Again, that's Cruz Davis. That's with his offhand, his right hand. That's a runner high off the glass. The freshman is very, very talented, Dean.
Steve, I had mentioned he was going out to your country, Oregon State, right there, and then decommitted and went to prep school. And Pitino, with all his connections, ended up signing the now freshman out of Plano, Texas. There's Harris bumbling through the lane. Gales basketball on the year, they averaged 77 a game. McCool wrestled it away. He's got to feel good. He's getting some PT here.
Yes. First collegiate minutes for McCool.
He was a team captain when he went to high school up there in New Hampshire. And Davis is just adding to his total.
Yeah, he is. Just a great steal. And you see how quick Davis is in transition with the basketball.
A new career high for him as well with 16. He's actually doubled what was his original career high of 8. Ferris has had a tough night. He's fouled. He'll be shooting 2.
That's a good take there by Ferris off the bounce. Going to take a second look at it here. Nice crossover, and you see the contact there with the body. Ferris shoots 2 for Marist.
So if you're John Dunn, Steve, you got the quick turnaround, right? Basically, you've heard of coaches burning the tape, so to speak. Basically, you just have to move on. You get to practice tomorrow.
You do. You just have to focus, watch maybe a little bit of tape this game. Not much, if any. And you got to focus on Mount St. Mary's, who's coming in here. It's a quick turnaround. Most teams have the quick turnaround. The games are Friday, Sunday. You have to focus on Mount St. Mary's. Mount St. Mary's, again, coming off the bye, did not play, so they will be well rested coming in here on Sunday.
So Ferris makes that second one. Joining the crew right now, James Carey, sophomore from Pelham, New York. His dad is the president of Iona, Seamus Carey. He had actually gone to Gettysburg and then transferred into Iona. As he whips it over now. And that is Ibeen Ayo for 3.
Ibeen Ayo punching his ticket. That was a good-looking 3-ball.
And for him, he's now 2 of 6 on the year. He went to Our Savior Lutheran in the Bronx. And another freshman, 6'6", 210 from Ghana. Here's Ferris in front of his own bench. He drains the 3.
Yeah, good-looking 3-ball there by Ferris. When he sets his feet, squares his shoulders to the basket, he's a good 3-point shooter.
He's got a total of 5 in this game. 1 of 5 from the field, so his first field goal is a 3. Brookshire pushed up with the left hand.
Nice play there by Brookshire. Got that to go down. Shot that from about 13 feet with his left hand. That was impressive.
Transfer in from Missouri. As we play the final minute here in the first of 2 meetings, they'll play again on March the 2nd down in New Rochelle. Ferris off target on the 3. Brookshire will bring it down. And Rick Pitino says, let's just slow it down, guys. So Anton Brookshire controlling the basketball along with Parker Weiss, who started tonight for the first time in 50 career games. It's Carey shooting a 3, put back by Sunday, and McCool for the rebound. You would love to see McCool get his hands on the ball and get a shot up, right?
Yeah, it'd be good to get him an attempt.
McCool fakes, shoots, and he'll remember that one as Parker Weiss will bring it down and run out the clock. Iona 84, Foxes 57. 2 streaks continue. Iona now has won 4 in a row. Foxes drop their 5th in a row. They're 0-4.